Everyone in DayZ knows it's not if you are going to die, but when. Most survivors respawn on the coast and continue their journey. But not me. This series I am limited to one life, one opportunity to complete my goals, one chance to create a story worth sharing. Join me as I travel through all of DayZ's different worlds in a venture to not only survive, but thrive. This is the Solo series. Alright, here we go. This is the first ever episode of a series that I created called the Solo series. Now, solo doesn't mean that I'll be playing by myself. No. Solo, that stands for surviving one life only. That means in all of these videos, I will do my best to accomplish all of the goals set in front of me with only one life. That means every action, every choice that I make during this series carries the entire weight of the series on its back. When I do inevitably see that you are dead screen, that means that's it. Story's over. All of the progress made during that life, it's gone. You know, no respawning, no do-overs, no rejoining the server until it wipes. This is the ultimate hardcore survival challenge in DayZ. Now let's go see what we can get ourselves into. You know, as much as all of this intrigues me, I think I'm gonna try to skip right past Berezino. Of course, I am playing this on wipe day, so everyone's a fresh spawn here. Everyone's trying to get that loot going right away, and this town's not gonna have much left for me to loot. And just like that, the first box of nails. I think I am going to try to build a base. It's going to be the first thing every survivor should try to do. Have somewhere safe that they can call their home. First shots that I've heard. Don't know if I want to risk going up there. I should be able to avoid it. Those shots are probably over towards the military. I think I'm safe over here. Ah, yes, gloves. Those are big. I'll take that. And I'll take that. Oh man, it's bright, but it'll help. I'm not gonna wear that bag out in the woods, but I might use it later when I need to carry some more stuff. I'm going to try to stay in this little creek down here to conceal myself from everybody around. Keep a low profile and get a little bit more inland. Try to get some loot here. I know that I'm cold, but I really want to get out of that fresh spawn area on wipe day. Maybe get somewhere a little bit more safe so I can spend some time looting up, getting some warmer clothes. Let's see what we can find in this house here. Shotgun ammo could come in handy. Ah, yes, hunter jacket. Let's get some food here and then we'll make our way up to Dubrovka. And no journey will be complete without a boonie hat. Splitting axe. Mosin. This is what's going to keep me alive on this journey. As much as I'd like to get a car going, I don't think we have that luxury at this point. You know, looking at the map here, I think I'm going to go south, check these buildings out, go over to the barn, and then come back into town. And then head up to Vishnaya, Dubrovka afterwards. That looks like a trap. I feel like there's going to be somebody sitting upstairs watching that sea chest. Every single door shut. This doesn't feel right. Yep. Alright. We've made it through a little bit of Dubrovka here. I'm just gonna take a minute and eat some food and sort out my inventory a little bit. Take stock of what we got, what we need to do here. Now I do have that Mosin with 2 rounds. Not much, but it should help. If I can get some duct tape, we can make a suppressor there with that bottle. We do have some small caliber ammunition here, some 380, some 9mm and 22, but haven't found any guns to use that ammo with. Got a couple lockpicks that should help out. Barricade ourselves into a spot somewhere, but let me just eat some of this food, clear out some inventory, and see where the next stop is. Oh, and just like that, a shovel. Don't think I can carry this one. I don't have anything established and I'm not close enough to building a base that I'm gonna be able to save this. Oh, no. Somebody took a flag and cut it up. No way. No way. Well, got ourselves a flag. Making progress. Oh, no way, sheet metal. Wish I could set up a base around here. The server restarted shortly after this, and because it was wipe day, I got stuck in queue. After waiting a couple hours, I called it for a night and decided to come back the next week. Unfortunately, the audio was corrupted, so enjoy this quick voiceover describing what I did. I continued to Vicate Dubrovka, found a meat tenderizer, and made a bottle suppressor for my Mosin. Then came across a flagpole, but nothing was left inside the base. After searching that, I found myself a farming hoe inside of a shed and swapped it out for my shovel. Then I found a P1 on the ground, and luckily I had a mag for it. I continued my way towards Gorka and found a box of nails and a PU scope inside of a shed. Then I decided to take a quick break and enjoy the scenic views overlooking Berezino. But then, that's when things got interesting. I went back to the industrial area and scouted around for a bit. There was a base nearby in the blue tin building, but I decided to take a risk and run across the field to go loot. Luckily, when I was in there, I did notice this freshie running up on me, and I got my first kill of the series. It wasn't very impressive, as you can see, but it will be one that I won't forget. After that kill, I went back down to Orlovets and found a raided base. It was just a week after wipe and bases were already being raided. There was storage left over, but I wasn't able to dismantle them, so I just carried on through town. I found a shotgun in the barn, but decided not to take it. This proved to be a big mistake on my part. As I was looting the rest of the area, I saw a guy run into the exact same barn where I'd left that shotgun. Panic quickly set in, knowing if he had any ammo, this could be the end of my life, the end of my run on this journey. I intensely listened for ammo being loaded and movement. Deciding that ambushing him would be my best option, I made my push. With only 4 rounds in my pistol, I sprayed and missed every single shot. Luckily for me, he didn't have any ammo for the shotgun. If he did, that could have ended this entire story. With just one small mistake like that, it could have been all over. I retreated up the hill to create some distance between us since I only had 1 round left in my Mosin. I knew the danger was still nearby, so I couldn't let my guard down. I was still feeling panicky since I knew I could have lost my life at that moment. I crouched along the tree line waiting for him to give away his location. Suddenly he emerged from the bushes and I thought he was pushing me with the shotgun. Instead, he turned to run away. And as he was, I lined up my shot and missed again. The nerves were just too high and I choked. He kept running and I put my head down and left the area. With no rounds left in my guns, I was left defenseless and vulnerable. With all the shots that I just took, it wouldn't be long until other survivors would show up. This interaction really made me feel that sense of danger and risk that I was looking for here in the solo series. This was the first time that I had that scared feeling, knowing that there was no respawning, no running back to get the leftover loot. This could have ended all the work that I just put into this story. So let's continue on this journey south to Dolina, where I was in hopes of finding more loot. I found some more sheet metal that I couldn't carry, and also one of my favorite items in the game, a Yushonka. Then I found a cooking pot and first aid pouch laying on the ground inside of a house. These containers will help protect my items in my inventory from getting damaged during a gunfight. Very useful for survival. Just outside that house was a sharpening stone as well. After that, I decided to go check on the police station in town, and I'm glad I did. There was a pump-action shotgun inside, so I quickly loaded it, sorted out my inventory, and then checked out the houses across the street. In there, I found 2 rounds of ammo for the Mosin. Now that I had both a ranged weapon and close quarters weapon back in my hand, I was ready for action. Leaving town, I went north to the Youth Pioneer camp to look for more ammo and weapons. Unfortunately, I found nothing useful and had to continue on my way. I kept traveling looking for more building supplies, searching every shed and barn along the way, but I only found more and more bases. I was really struggling to find supplies needed to get this base built. I traveled from Shikovka over to Gluglovo, up to the Novi summer camp, and then over to Vishnoi. Not a single town had any of the items I needed to get this base started. All I kept finding were bases that were already built and nowhere for me to loot. So with all those struggles and a setting sun, I decided to check one last shed and call it a day. I quickly reflected on my journey for the day, and the struggles of surviving were really starting to set in. It's easy to get discouraged when things aren't going your way, but stay hopeful. You never know what tomorrow may bring. The next day, I logged in with the hopes of finding the last couple pieces that I needed to start a base. All that was left was to find a handsaw and a code lock. So I continued over to Polkovo and found yet another base, and I did find a sharpening stone. Not what I needed, but another useful item. I continued on to the other side of town and I did find a handsaw. Now, just a single code lock is all that separates me from starting my base. I went north to Pogorevka and found the largest base I had seen on the server. Panic was setting in as I quickly tried to loot and not stay in the town any longer than I needed to. At any moment, the base owners could go up their watchtowers and kill me. I did end up finding a raid driver, which could be used to break into locked storages, but my priority right now was getting a code lock and getting out of town. I continued north to Rogovo and found, well, you guessed it, more sheet metal and more bases. This trend was continuing everywhere I went, so I decided to head back down south towards Nadazdino, and this is where we will pick up on the journey. Alright, so it's been a couple weeks since I was last on. I just got done editing the video before, and I logged out near this base. When I logged back in, I noticed there wasn't a flag, so we're gonna check this out real quick. See if maybe there's something I can get inside of here. Of course, there's nothing. Well, worth looking. So yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking with me through that voice over there. I know it's not always the best, but thank you for sticking with it. Alright, we are here at Nadazdino. We're going to go ahead and try to find this last piece that we need. This final code lock. Of course, another base. Another base. We are about 3 weeks after wipe now at this point, so a lot of people have been getting established and get their bases placed down. Got a good feeling that we're going to find a code lock in this town. Yeah, I don't know what gear he has, so I'm not gonna take this fight. Let's get out of here. Yeah, I'm getting out of town. I'm gonna head over to Kozlovka and see what I can find over there. Hopefully we can get this code locked. You know, big shout out to my friends over there in the Crash Clan. We built in this barn about a year ago now on basically vanilla. We had a huge base. I might even pop a picture of it up here on the screen just to show you guys real quick. A lot of great memories were made in this base. Hopefully all you guys are doing well out there. Oh, nice. A raid driver. I'll take that. Damn. Well, unfortunately, this is the end of the journey. It was fun exploring the lands of Chernarus in search of the supplies needed to build my base, but sometimes things just don't work out. I was just one code lock away from getting a base set up where I could create a home and survive. I managed to travel to 13 different towns and explore 3 other points of interest. I will accomplish my goal of getting a base built in another video. But until then, as Thomas Edison said, our greatest weakness lies in giving up. On to the next one.